Well, Paula, you and I were talking about this next story earlier. Businesses already noticing kind of a lack of customers, people not coming in as often as they were before.
Yeah, and I wanted to share what I got in my personal email. Probably a lot of you are seeing the same thing. Okay, I got this Hard Rock Jack Casino. They say, come in, we're disinfecting common surfaces more frequently. Lyft, they say that if they are notified of a driver or a rider testing positive for coronavirus, they'll be suspended. PetSmart cleaning surfaces. Lowe's, they are actually changing their time off procedures for employees, and they're going to be more flexible. Target says they're beefing up their order pickup and drive-up services, and restaurants. Maggiano's has a special coupon for takeout, and Buca di Beppo, they have a stuck-at-home ad. So they're really trying to get you to pick up the food if you don't feel safe. Yeah. Tessa DeTiro joins us with how businesses are changing to adapt. Tessa.
Well, good evening, Paula. Yes, we were discussing this evening. You showed me those coupons that you had, and I went to Buca and asked them about this, and they said yes, that they are encouraging people to get their meals carry out. They said that they've already had a lot of cancellations for the weekend, so they're a little worried about how business will be and that people will be nervous to go out to eat, so carrying out is an option. Kristen Bailey makes her living serving up barbecue. Her restaurant is carry-out only, but she also has a truck.
Food truck and catering is 60% of my business. Honestly, we had 6 cancellations in the past 2 hours for food truck events that we largely depend on.
Inside the restaurant, employees will continue following safety guidelines, but some operations are changing.
You know, when I go to the doctor and they use a probe to, touch my forehead and check my temperature, I said, we can do that here with employees. We actually have our utensils wrapped in plastic, so again, it's not exposing their utensils.
Kristen says she's trying to stay ahead of the problem, but she is worried.
It's our livelihood at stake. We don't know what's going to happen, and that's scary.
There are some people who can't pick up a to-go order. The Free Store Food Bank is working overtime to make sure those people still get fed.
Some food banks are experimenting with a boxed up amount of food and delivering those to the families, or at least making those available through a drive-through type of operation.
Today, volunteers packed up meals for students in case schools shut down for weeks.
So we're trying to use the best practices that have been developed across the country so that we know how to deliver the food effectively, meet the needs of the families that we're serving, as well as keeping our families and our own staff safe.
So the volunteers coming into the Free Store Food Bank are asked about their travel history. They're asked immediately to wash their hands. And of course, if they feel sick, they're asked to not report in to volunteer. There have been some groups canceling that. And as for the food trucks that Kristen was mentioning, she said that for some events that are getting canceled, they've already put a down payment down, and most likely those businesses won't get those back. In Cincinnati, Tessa DeTiro, Local 12 News. Back to you in the studio.
I feel like I want to order out just to help. Thank you, Tessa. Well, there is breaking news almost every hour on this story. We are staying on top of all of it here on air and in our special coronavirus section online. You can find that under the news tab at local12.com.